We're going to be putting some hyaluronic acid using topical BLT for a numbing, which works real quickly on the lips, but if somebody wants a dental block, they can have that too, but this is usually fine. And we're going to take a little bit of alcohol and clean that. And we'll also use ice for anesthetic, so there's a little cool. What we like to do with the lips is try to turn up the corner a little bit because everybody has this DAO muscle that pulls down here. So we're going to try to turn that up just a little bit by going into the corner, almost as a horseshoe. Let's just, I'm just kind of turning, pick that up just a little bit. You doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good. And then she's got a great shape to her lips, so we're just going to stick a little volume kind of by the wet-dry border in here to try to turn up the outer edges just a little bit. So that we keep the nice shape, but we just make a little bit of a pillow. The hyaluronic acids today have lidocaine in them, so she does start to get a little bit numb as we're going along. To take care of the rest, whatever the topical didn't take care of. And it just kind of turns things out a little bit. You can feel it in there, and it's nice with Restylane to try to squish it down just a little bit so that it doesn't have any lumps in it. When you use Juvederm, it's a little finer, and you usually don't get any lumps. On her bottom lip, she doesn't need so much turning out, but just a little bit more definition at the border. So we're just going to kind of go right along the line. It's not quite the vermilion border like it used to be with collagen, because you can pull out the lip just a little bit more when you go a little bit inside that border. And it just kind of pulls it out in a nice soft way. What we're looking for is a nice softness rather than something that looks done. I think I just started thinking. Okay. Continue on over. If you kind of feel where you are along the path, you can feel how much is in it and how much you need to put in. Move to the other side. Now we're going to try to work on the other corner a little bit too, open slightly. So what we're going to try to do is stick a little bit in the corner, kind of in a horseshoe pattern, and then just finish out that lower. Just kind of feeling in there to make sure that everything is equal. And I can feel that she needs a little bit more right here. And then we have to finish off the side over here. So go in the corner where we... It molds in there very nicely. A little bit more there on this side. This is going by feel rather than by look, because sometimes the lip will start to get a little swollen and you can't really chase that swelling around because you end up putting more and more and more in, so you just really need to kind of feel it to see how even it is for both sides. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
And so what we're going to do is just finish that off right here with a tiny bit of a bee sting to pull out that lower lip, because the lower lip should be a little bit bigger than the upper. And it just kind of goes in there and pulls that out. I'm going to get one more little one and just finish this off in here, okay? So we can try to turn it up. So feeling this, I think we need just a little bit more right in the lip side. There. Good. Perfect. And we're going to work on the corners just a little bit to try to turn the rest of that up. We've got a nice little elevation from the horseshoe, or a V, or whatever you want to call it. And we're going to try to complete that. And then we're going to build a little bit of a support down below this, because this is an area that's extremely common to everybody. To mold this, you just kind of go inside and make sure that everything feels smooth, and it does. You don't feel much of that, right?
No.
Just a little bit of the top off here. Good. Now we're going to go back to the other side and do the same thing. Try to reduce the line coming down here. So over here, it's going to get softer and softer. Because it's a hyaluronic acid, it's a humectant, it attracts water. And as the day goes on, the whole thing will get softer and softer. And I'm going to build a little structure under here to support the skin over that muscle, the DAL that we pointed out earlier, that's coming down and pulling this all down and making everybody look sad. Okay, and go in. And going in, I can see we need just a tiny bit more right here. Good. All right. Take a little bit of flex.
Now, how long will this last?
It will last depending upon the faces you make, because we all have little faces that we make when we're in life, like this, and scrunching up and different things. If you can try to think about the faces that you make, I suggest looking at yourself when you're talking on the phone in the mirror, so that you can see the faces that you make just out of expression. There's some that really aren't necessary, and we make those faces, and that's what really keeps these things, the lines deeper. Because really what's happening is, as we're losing fat and we're losing collagen, the skin is actually adhering to the muscle. So you used to have a fat slip and it would kind of slide over it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as we lose things, you actually have the muscle and the skin is starting to take on the exact shape of the muscle, so you can really see exactly where things are. But now these are filled out, so that little slip is now created by the hyaluronic acid rather than the fat that you used to have.
Okay.